Theo is a man who finds solace in solitude, preferring the quiet embrace of his writing over the chaos of social interactions. His life as an author demands long hours alone, where he can immerse himself in the world of words, crafting narratives that allow him to escape from reality. In this quietude, he has found a certain peace, a rhythm that aligns with his introverted nature. Social gatherings, on the other hand, feel like an exhausting chore to him. The noise, the superficial small talk, and the obligatory conversations drain him. He has learned to avoid these situations whenever possible, finding comfort in the pages of his books and the stories he creates. However, the landscape of his life shifted dramatically due to his marriage to Lucy. For a significant period, she was the light in his otherwise solitary existence. The love they once shared was a vibrant force, but, over time, it faded into a mere coexistence. They lived under the same roof, shared the same space, but their connection withered. They rarely fought, which might suggest harmony, yet the absence of meaningful conversation made their relationship feel hollow. Lucy, with her outgoing and ambitious demeanor, thrived in the limelight of her high-powered consulting job. Her late nights at the office, endless meetings, and frequent business trips became a norm that Theo reluctantly accepted. He stopped questioning her dedication to work, recognizing a painful truth: she didn't prioritize him because she didn't want to. In the face of this emotional distance, Theo dove deeper into his craft, allowing writing and reading to fill the void left by Lucy's absence. He found refuge in solitude, which was easier to embrace than confronting the reality of their crumbling marriage. Then came a turning point: Lucy's insistence on attending a company party. She presented it as an opportunity for networking, a chance for Theo to meet influential professionals in her field. Although the idea filled him with dread, part of him wondered if this was her way of rekindling their connection. Maybe, just maybe, this event could serve as a bridge to repair their faltering bond. After some reluctance, Theo agreed to attend, sensing a flicker of hope that maybe this could mark a new beginning. The venue was extravagant, bustling with well-dressed professionals and the smooth sound of jazz filling the air. Lucy, radiant in a form-fitting dress, commanded attention the moment they arrived. Though Theo made an effort to dress well, his heart wasn't in it. As the evening unfolded, he found himself engaging in conversations more than he anticipated. The drinks flowed, and for a fleeting moment, he enjoyed being acknowledged by Lucy in a way he hadn't felt in ages. Then the atmosphere shifted. The music changed, the lights dimmed, and couples started to fill the dance floor. Theo's attention waned until he noticed a man, confident and charismatic, approaching Lucy. He extended his hand, asking her to dance, and Theo's heart sank. For a moment, he expected Lucy to decline, to affirm her commitment to him. Instead, she smiled, signaling her acceptance. That's when instinct took over. He reached out, grabbing her wrist, asserting with a low voice, "You're not going anywhere." The man, whom Theo would soon learn was named Wilson, turned his attention to him, and an unsettling tension filled the air. In that moment, Theo felt a surge of protectiveness, but it was met with Lucy's fiery anger. "What's wrong with you?" she snapped, pulling away from him and walking off with Wilson, leaving Theo stunned and devastated. The realization that she would choose to dance with another man in front of him struck like a thunderbolt. The confrontation that followed was fueled by emotions that had long been buried. Lucy returned home late, her anger palpable as she confronted him. Instead of an apology or acknowledgement of his feelings, she launched into a tirade about how he had embarrassed her. It became painfully clear to Theo that she no longer respected him, not as her husband, not as a man. In that moment, he understood that their marriage was built on fragile foundations. Respect had eroded, leaving nothing but dust in its wake. Theo realized that it was essential to confront the reality of their relationship. Disrespect had begun the slow spiral toward betrayal. Lucy had shown her true colors long before that night. Her late nights, consistent excuses, and her unwillingness to make time for him had been warning signs he had ignored, hoping things would improve. The truth was stark and painful. When someone consistently prioritizes their own needs over your own, it signifies that you are no longer valued. As the weight of humiliation settled on him, Theo understood that revenge was a dish best served cold. In that moment, he felt weak. Wilson had called him out, questioning his strength and resolve. But he recognized that acting out of anger would lead to recklessness, so he chose to remain patient. Instead of confronting Wilson at the party, he bided his time, meticulously gathering information and planning his next move. The humiliation he felt became a catalyst for action, and ultimately, his calculated approach led to Wilson's downfall, the loss of his job and his marriage, while Lucy faced the consequences of her choices. Through this ordeal, Theo learned that restoring one's dignity and reclaiming power is not merely justified, it is necessary when faced with open disrespect. Some may argue that walking away would have been the wiser choice. However, he refused to be the kind of man who allows others to trample on his self-worth. In the end, he had no regrets about the path he took. Now, he is left pondering whether his actions were justified or if he could have approached the situation differently. The complexities of love, respect, and betrayal swirl in his mind, leaving him to question the choices made in the heat of the moment.